David Garofalo of the Cigar Authority. You're listening to the Leaf and Ash podcast.
BC sound like he DJing over there.
That I listen to.
Here we are. There it is. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Leaf and Ash podcast, Sip and Smoke. As you can see, we got all the four compadres here, plus our special guest tonight, guys. But before we get to our special guest, as always, let me introduce to my boys. On the top left over here, we got no other than the bouginess of all bougies, Bougie Don. What up, Bougie?
What's going on? Happy Thursday, everybody.
Listen, so let's do everything all at once. What are you sipping on? What are you smoking?
Okay, so I'm smoking the Cigar Assassins Ishmael.
Oh,
tonight.
Let me see. So put it back up there.
There we go.
Are y'all able to hear me?
Yep.
I'm not hearing you guys.
Okay. Hold on. Technical difficulties. And what are you sipping on?
And I am sipping on some Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Okay. So there we go. Can you hear us now, Art? Can you hear us? You can hear us?
I hear you now. Got you now.
Okay. There we
All
go.
right, cool.
Guys, you guys know this guy on the top right. He's our one finger pecker sensation, no other JJ, aka Cigar Mutt, JJ the cigar rep, JJ the man that's all over the place. Dude, he's the new version of PC now.
Yeah, I am. What's up, you beautiful people, and Rob, wherever you may be. I'm smoking me a Jaime Garcia with about, I don't know what to say, about 2 years of age.
Okay, yeah, at least going on 3.
And I made me an old fashioned with some 04 roses.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. And our boy on the bottom left here, ladies and gentlemen, PC, aka Silverback. What up, doggy? What you sipping on?
I'm hydrating, bro. Got a little something to hydrate with, and smoking the Man of War, and the shape is the Salomon.
The Salomon.
Yeah,
nice.
It's been a while since I had one of these, bro.
I hear you. Your boy Panda is smoking no other than the TPA, Tobacco Product Association exclusive cigar for the TPA event that's coming up October. We'll be talking about that later on today. And your boy Panda is pairing it up with his old Downmore 12-year, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Nice.
and Don's the bougie one.
Yeah, right. Right.
And
I'm gonna have to put up with.
I guess Savannah is Arthur Brooks from Puff IC. Welcome, my brother. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing wonderful, man. And call me Art, because when people
Art?
say Arthur, I think I'm in trouble.
Okay, I got you. I'll feel you on that.
And so what I'm
smoking
smoking on is a Black Wolf.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, box press Maduro, beautiful cigar. And of course, I'm drinking something old school, man.
Oh, some Crown Royal.
Yes.
Old school.
Crown Royal, baby. The man works with cruises. He got to be Royale. I get it. Okay. What's up, Ish? What's going on? Crystal, Hologram Game, Brent. Welcome, guys. So, Art, my brother, once again, thank you for taking time to coming on the show with us, man. And for those that don't know who Art is, what you represent, what you trying to bring to the community as a whole, why don't you introduce yourself and talk about it?
All right, so I'm Art Brooks. I go by the Pufferteer. And what we do is we put together luxury cigar cruises. We bring the cigar lounge on the cruise ship.
Nice.
But it's not just the cigar lounge, it's an experience. So we do courses. We're actually going to teach you something. We're going to teach you how to light your cigar, how to cut your cigar. What are the components of a cigar? We're also going to talk about cigar etiquette and how you act in the lounge. You have a lot of people go in the lounge and, they go in there and just sit, don't buy anything or bring their own sticks. You go to a lounge, buy something, get you a drink, buy a stick, even if you don't smoke it, you want to smoke your own. But, don't put your feet up on the chairs and all that type of stuff. But, just carry yourself well. But we also, the folks who are with us, they get a chance to take advantage of what the cruise ships offer. So they have live shows, that fine dining, if you want that, excursions. We do excursions. We take you to a cigar factory where you can roll your own cigar. You can see how the process works. So it really is based on, several events that we have. We have a nice little guide that we give folks. We hand out. We give out a wheel so that you can, when you're looking at cigars and you want to try to remember it, you can then put in there what type of flavor did it have? Did it have spices? What was the shape? What was the color? And those types of things. And we meet up in the mornings. We have what we call a lit and latte, and that's where we have coffee in the morning. We have an afternoon session, and then we have our evening get together. And there we have prizes. We give away prizes each night. On our last one, we gave away two prizes each night. And how that works is we have our lanyards, and the person walks around the ship. So no one really knows who it's going to be, but they have a lanyard on there that's a special, it has this puffet C symbol here. And we do a word of the day. So if you see this person with this, you give them the word of the day, you get a prize. Give a prize. We get two prizes away each day.
Nice.
Nice.
Now, I mean, I would assume. I mean, let's start from the beginning. Like, how? Because my understanding, you're by trade, actually, you're a travel agent, correct?
Correct.
Now, so how did this come about with you working with the cruise lines? Because obviously, you work with a handful of cruise lines.
Correct. Yes.
How were you able to pitch, cigars at sea to especially the big names that you work with?
Yeah. So I put in a lot of research, a lot of prep. I looked at, what is it I've been smoking cigars on cruises for 13 years. And once I became a travel agent, the one thing they tell you about, you got to find a niche. You got to find something that you like that you can go out and get people to join. You got to have a group of people to join up. And so I said, and I'm sitting, matter of fact, just like I am now, I'm sitting out here one day, man, what could I have for a niche? Going there, man, what can I do for a niche? Oh, wait a minute, cigars, right? And the name Puffet C came about because I was smoking like this. I saw a puff of air puff go up, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute, Puffet C." It couldn't get any better than this, right? It's just like it dropped on me right here. So I put together the presentation. I went out a lot of times. We meet with the business development managers for the cruise line. I put together a pitch for it. They gave me 15 minutes, right? I had 15 minutes. So how was I going to put all this stuff in 15 minutes? By the time we finished, it was 45 minutes, and they had put people on hold to wait until they heard our pitch.
So they like what they saw.
Yep.
Yeah. And, I know the concept works because since we did our first cruise, and I'm not saying that some people didn't already have some stuff out there, but I've seen 6 new cigar cruises come online since we did our first one,
Wow.
other than the ones we had.
Wow.
I mean, I like the education aspect because you do have some beginner smokers,
Right.
that don't know how to properly cut, how to properly,
Yep.
conduct themselves. And to me, education is always good to feed out there to, especially the new
Right.
up and coming smokers, because the reality is you want them to have an environment that they feel comfortable, that they don't feel like asking silly questions. You know what I mean? And the things that this is always a evolving industry, and there's so much to learn in regards to the industry. In regards to like what cruise lines do you work with at this current moment?
Okay. Royal Caribbean, MSC, Norwegian, Virgin, Cunard ships, the Queens, Carnival, Disney. I even work with
Disney?
some of yeah.
Did you say Disney?
That's
Look, man,
huge.
everybody
That's huge.
thinks it's all about the kids, right? They have areas to themselves. Every ship, that's the one thing people will think, well, I got to go in there and I can't really get any any private time because all these kids. All the ships now have exclusive areas where no kids are allowed. They all have that now.
Okay, that one threw me off.
Oh,
Because
I got some more.
I would love to hear the pitch that you gave Disney Cruise Line to agree to, because it is a majority,
Kid
kid.
friendly.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
very
Oh yeah.
super kid
Yeah.
friendly.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
how did that conversation go about? I mean, were they resistant in the beginning, or they just went on board right away?
Well, most people, when you talk numbers, they listen and what's in it for them. All right. Bringing this number of people on, you can get those types of things done. And really, so when I go out and pitch it, I'm not saying, hey, I know 100 people and 10 may go on a cruise. I reach out each week to over 500,000 cigar smokers every week, every Friday. And with those types of numbers that out there, and so I had one person, it's like, well, really? I said, well, hold on a second. Let me show you my database. And I open it up, and I have on there, how you have a group, and then how many members they have, and that total up over 500,000. They couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it was that many people out there smoking cigars.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
Yep.
crazy.
That is insane. I have. I mean, you got the wheel spinning, and I'm sure it'll come full circle. But I'm gonna pass the mic. But before I pass the mic, guys, as you guys can see on the bottom, is hashtag Puff. Donnie boy, what we giving away?
We're giving away a 5-pack of the Smoker's Inferno,
There you go. That's our own cigar, bonded by the
Mounted by
leaves.
the Leaf Smoker's Inferno.
There you go. All right, since I got you talking, Donnie boy, I pass the mic to you, brother.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to start off by saying I've never been on a cruise. I want to. I've never been on one. So, and I'm an avid cigar smoker, but my wife, she'll smoke a cigar every now and again, but she's not real. I wouldn't call her a cigar smoker. Is the Puffett Sea cruise package something that she would enjoy as well, or is it pretty much designed for only cigar smokers?
So one of the first things my wife asked me was, what do people do who don't smoke on a Puffett Sea cruise? I said, you know what? That's a good project, right? So she set out to make sure that the people who don't smoke have events going on as well. So she joins in with some of the things that the cruise line is doing. She gets all of the folks together who don't smoke. Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to go do this show. We're going to do a scavenger hunt. She did put together a bingo type thing. And so she makes sure that there's things going on for the people who don't smoke.
Mhm.
And to give you an idea on that, we all had our VIP language and everything, our shirts, hats, all the swag stuff you got. We had people coming up to us and said, wait a minute, how did you sign up for this? I didn't see this on any of the stuff the cruise line had. I said, no, it's a private event. Well, how can I join? Go to our Puffett Sea Facebook group, sign up, and come and join us. And I had a list of all the events on there that came and joined us. We had 17 people who were not a part of our original group join us while we were on the cruise.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
And there was several people who had never smoked a cigar in their life.
Sinful.
right. So how does that work? If I'm paying for the Puffett Sea experience, I'm obviously paying for a package for that. How does that work with the people that are like you said, I'll call them stragglers, but whatever you want to call them, the people that are there that come in? How does that work with them? Do they sign up and pay you right then, or how does that work?
So what you're going to like about this, remember I told you I was a travel agent, right?
Right.
And I'm also the founder of Puffett Sea. I cut out the middleman. So I don't need to charge you extra to come on this cruise for the Puffett Sea experience. I provide that to you at no extra cost.
So I'm just paying for the cruise then, basically. Whatever package on the cruise that I want, and then
Whatever
I'm a part of
the
your
Puffett
group.
Sea is offering, that's what you get with no. So it's not like you pay $200 to be part of the Puffett Sea experience.
Interesting.
We need to
Interesting,
talk.
yes.
We need to talk art.
Remember, I cut out the advantage I have over most people is I cut out the middleman. Because if I was the organizer, I got to get paid, right?
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
And the cruise person has to get paid, right?
Right.
I cut that out. That's the advantage I have right now. And I
Because
say
you
right now because you get about 6 months before people figure it out, right?
because
But it's for me, it's not. So for me, it's not about the money though.
Right.
It's about the experience. Now I'm not doing it for free. Don't get me wrong.
right.
But it's about the experience. I want people to have the same experience that I want when I go on a cruise and I'm smoking a cigar. That's what I want. I don't want to be nickel and dime while I'm on the cruise. I
Right.
don't want you coming there, Art, you're gonna charge me $50 for this cigar. You're gonna charge me $25 for this t-shirt. I gotta pay for this corn. Nope. It's all in the swag bag. We had a cigar exchange. Everybody brought 3 cigars and we put them in a box and we pass it around. So pick a cigar out of the box that you never smoked before. We had people that brought extras and we had cigars left over that we gave to some of the crew members.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So so if I'm on the Puffet Sea cruise, I actually get all the amenities of the ship because I'm actually
Yes.
you
You already paid for
I
that.
paid for the package for the ship, whatever package I
Yep.
paid for it, and I
Yep.
get this Puffet Sea because we know you and you're a great guy
And
and
you're part of the group. Yes, sir.
part of the group.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
well,
remember now, I have sponsors as well, and you all are more than welcome to become a sponsor, right? And I can see the sponsorship kit. But again, in the sponsorship kit, I'm not asking you to pay $5,000. If I have the guy here who's one of my sponsors, I'm not trying to nickel and dime it. I'm not in the cigar business. That's not me.
right.
I'm about the experience.
Hey, let me stop you right there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been telling you guys for years. It's all about the experience.
Yeah.
So now my point has just been proven. Thank you, Art.
Oh, well, all right. I'm glad. It is. I wish I could bring the folks on here who were they've already asked me when is the next one. So we have one that's coming up in September on the Margaritaville. I forgot about working with them as well, Margaritaville, because I wanted to offer a lower cost option, right? Now they don't have a cigar lounge; they have an outdoor lounge. Some people want to smoke outdoors. I had people say, "Well, I'd rather smoke outdoors." So I said, "Okay, well, let me look at the ships who don't have cigar lounges." I prefer the cigar lounge, but there's people who want to be outside and smoke. I give them that experience and bring all. We have taste pairings while we're on there. Um, I have a sponsor who owns a lounge. He was introducing some cigars, so he brought those out. Had those. We had a Puffet Sea cigar that we put together for the cruise. People, you really on that particular cruise we had, you really didn't have to bring a stick because we had more than enough.
Nice. Nice.
So, like I said, I've never been on a cruise, but I've heard like I hate to say horror stories, but people sneaking alcohol in their shampoo bottle. Can you bring cigars onto a cruise
Yes, you
of
can.
your own?
Yes.
You can. Okay.
Yes, you can. And most people don't realize that. And then when you get on the cruise ship, you're paying $150 for a $30 stick, right?
Right.
Or when they have an excursion, you're going out buying these counterfeit things, thinking you got you a nice real Cuban when you got okay. I always tell folks who are on don't buy anything on the streets. Don't do it. Don't wait. There's certain things to look for in the box. The hologram is a certain way. It's sealed a certain way. So you just have to make sure when you're doing that I just tell people don't buy it.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I'm on a cruise, I give away a lot of sticks too. I mean, shoot.
I can hear the horror
If
story.
I see somebody sitting there, man, hey, what are you smoking? They're just, okay, well, try this or try this. And you'll be amazed. When you go on so you haven't been on a cruise, right?
I have not.
So you go on a cigar cruise, right? The first day, there's somebody over here, another person over there, another group over here, right? So then, then people start to get together and they say, well, okay, hey, you mind if I sit here? Yeah, go ahead and sit here, start chatting up. And after a while, people are setting a time. So let's meet up at 6 o'clock. Oh, let's meet up at 12. Oh, let's meet up for some coffee or whatnot. By the end of the cruise, you've all exchanged information. Okay, where can we meet up again? Or where are you from? I'll come up there and visit. I got some friends that I've met on cruises smoking cigars that, hey, I tell you, I go up visit them. They come visit. We plan somewhere to meet up. But you end up, because see, smoking cigars, people let down their guard, right? They're not that guard is not up when you're in there. You just want to go in there, have a good time. You got about 2-3 hours, so you want to go in there and relax. And so you let all that stuff comes down, right? Leave that outside of the lounge. Come in and just enjoy yourself. You got time. You're sitting there and just relax.
So, like I said, I've never been. So do ships actually have like cigar lounges in them?
Yes, sir. Oh, they have some beautiful cigar lounges.
Honey, book the cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I know that's right.
so the one that you guys want to be on is the one coming up in November. So
Oh yeah.
I have one that's coming up in November, and that one is going to be on Norwegian. They have a beautiful cigar lounge, right? I have one that's coming up in December that's on Explorer Journeys. If you haven't heard of Explorer Journeys, it's more on the luxury end. It's a little more expensive, but everything's included in it. I mean, you don't even pull out your card to order a drink. No,
Nice.
they don't do that. It's just here you go. I have one coming up on Carnival. That's in April. We're doing one in Greece in June. Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, it's about the experience. So there's 3 ways you can book a Puff at Sea cruise. 3 ways. Okay, if you go to the website Puff at Sea, Puff ATSEA, you'll see the options on there. So you can go in and pick one of the cruises we already have. You can go in and say, well, I got a group of 6 people from a lounge, and I want you to quote me what a cruise would be, and we put that together for you. And then the other way is if you just happen to know somebody and they send you over, and I just book you right off the bat. So you can book, and I mention to somebody, hey, by the way, you smoke cigar? Yeah, well, I have this thing. So those are the 3 ways you can get on there. So it does. If you can't make one of the dates we have, I'll put one together for you.
So if I go on the Puff at Sea cruise, do I get the Puffeteer experience? Are you there? Are you there directing everything, or how does that?
I will be there. But I'm working with some folks right now for some customers. I can't be on every single ship, right? It'll get to a point where, I'm looking for folks who have some experience, providing the experience, right? So if somebody says, I know the Puppet Sea experience, I'm gonna make sure you know it. We're gonna go over some things and talk about it, because here's some things that have to happen. But everything is set up. So I work with the cruise line, make sure I get all the stuff set up. We dine at the same time if you want to have that. We're going to have a reception, booking the cigar lounge, making sure the coffee's there and all those things. I take care of all of that. I work with the cruise line to take care of all that. When you get on there, you just you come to the reception, get your swag bag, and start smoking.
Nice.
So I imagine there's a range of pricing.
Oh yeah.
If you want this experience, how does that work with you guys?
So that's based. So as far as Puff at Sea, there's no difference. That's all the same experience, right? You get the pairings in there. You get the dining with us. Now with the cruise line itself, the difference comes in what type of cabin you get. So they got inside cabins, ocean view cabins, balconies, suites, ultra luxury suites. I mean, if you want, you can go in and pay $30,000 if you want to.
Right.
Hey, that's on you. But you're gonna have your butler. You ain't have to want nothing. They're gonna bring everything to you. So it's arranged. And on part of the quote that I send you, I ask you, what's your price range, right? What type of cabin you're looking for. So I believe it's under 1,000, 1,001 to 2,500 and 2,500 over. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind, if you tell me you want to spend $1,000 and you want a suite, it ain't gonna happen. All right. I might be able to put you on a 2-day cruise somewhere and you rowing the whole time. And you can puff between, as you pause and whatnot. But I mean, and I talk to people, I show them what type of things they have available. Sometimes I can get a suite cheaper than a balcony. It just depends on, the type of group we booked and the type of amenities you have in there. But if you want to do an excursion, you can pick an excursion with the cruise line, or you can come on one of the Puff at Sea excursions.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah.
So there's a budget for everybody out there.
Everybody. That's why I did the Margaritaville, because you can go into Margaritaville for $179.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep, 4 days.
Hey,
That's per person?
No, for 2. I know. See, Now I can put you on one and you pay 11,000 for two. If that ain't good, if you want more than that, I can easily do that in November. Now you got 11,000. I can put you on there. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna have a
Now,
beautiful experience too.
quick,
Nice.
quick shout out to my boy
But as
Chill.
far as
Hey,
the
hey,
Puffet C is concerned, the Puffet C experience will be the same if you went on the $200 or the $12,000. It's the same experience as far as Puffet C is concerned. The
Right.
difference comes in what you do on the ship, the amenities you have on the ship.
a quick shout out to my boy Chill. Hey, Chill, just get with me, man. I'll hook you up. I got you. I got you. Just
You know somebody?
that's one of my buddies. I know a guy. I know a guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
But I try to keep some, so I don't put all my stuff out there because I don't want to make it too easy for my competition, right? I
mhm.
gotta,
No.
I gotta keep some of the stuff proprietary. But
Absolutely.
Most
yeah,
definitely.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
definitely, if Don, I want you to get in touch with me, man, and I'm gonna make sure you get on one of these things, man. You
I'm
and your wife, man.
100%. Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, I'm
what are
gonna
some
take
of
good
the
care of you.
so what are some of the pitfalls that you've run into with this? Are there any kind of challenges, any roadblocks that you've run into?
The biggest thing is, when I put the prices out there, right, and I tell people these are the best prices you're gonna get, right, and then I come up and I say, hey, you want to hurry up? The price is gonna go up. They think I'm, trying to upsell, right? Hey, better hurry up and book because the price will go up. No, when I give you the price, I don't play games. When I give you that price and I tell you that's the best price you're gonna get, unless something else comes along, you better get it. Now, if I only book a certain number of rooms and they're gone and you want to join, now you're going to pay what the price is that day.
Mhm.
Right.
And I'm trying to let them know, hey, I got 5 rooms left. All right. Or I'm only taking 30 rooms. So if you go beyond that, now you're paying and you hope you get a spot in there somewhere. So
Gotcha.
I let people know that I don't play those kind of games. I'm not trying, again, I'm about the experience. All money is not good money.
True.
100%.
So
Awesome.
true.
All right. You can
Well, man,
take stuff to a certain point, man, and you turn people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
well, I am definitely intrigued. I am definitely intrigued, and I'm sure there's going to be more questions. But I'm gonna pass the mic over to JJ, and I'm sure he's got some stuff for you.
Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, thank you
You know,
guys
our,
for having me on here, man. I'm
oh,
enjoying this. This is great.
I've never been on a cruise as well.
Dude,
Well, look at
that's
here,
cool.
man.
PC, you been on a cruise? Hold on. PC, you been on a cruise?
Oh, of course, it's all about the experience, baby.
See?
For the top three of it, I've never been on a cruise either. And it's
What?
just, that
Hey,
is
but I tell
insane.
you what, since the three of you never been on a cruise, I have, and we got the guy, we need to set it up. We do something
Yeah.
every 6 months.
We know a guy now, right?
We
We
know
know
a
a
Yeah,
There
guy.
we go.
we know
Hey.
a guy.
And so, yes, Puppet C, but I also am a travel agent, the
Mhm.
root of it. So we book resorts. I'll do your puff on land if you want. Go back to me. Right?
Nice.
I'll hook you up to say it'll be the same thing. I've seen an all-inclusive resort and everything's taken care of. You get there, just have a good smoke.
Oh man.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and since you started this, has the community grown in the way you expected it to?
It's grown beyond what I expected it to.
Beautiful.
Beyond. That the cruise that we took when I was expecting, all kinds, had all kinds of things, scenarios I played out and I played out. Man, it was a wonderful time. It was more than I could have ever wanted. So if I stop today, I've had success with this. I can stop today and never do it again. And I've had success with this right here. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And the
Nice.
people that were on the ship enjoyed it. And that's what I was after, man. That was
Oh
when
yeah.
they called me up and said, when is the next one? Hey, okay, let me know when that was it right there. That was enough for me. So everything else now is just great.
Oh hell yeah.
Outstanding.
Now you can just enjoy it.
Awesome.
And how does the ocean change the smoking experience? Because now
Well,
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. It's got to
okay.
be.
So it can, and it's going to depend on how the ocean is going. If you're in rough seas, it's going to be a little rough. All right. If you're outside, it's going to be a little windy. Your cigar's going to burn a little faster. You're going to have to put down here to try to light it or turn. That's why I enjoy the lounge, because in the lounge, it ain't raining in there. There's no wind. You just smoke away and have a good time. But again, every time every once in a while, people want to go out, and I don't mind going out and having a cigar outside. But it really is it's just based on, you know, I don't like to do any of them during hurricane season. So you won't see me book one in the Caribbean or Mexico during hurricane season. It's too iffy for that. That's
Mhm.
when I go to Greece, Alaska, go out to California, try to go up the coast to Vancouver, something like that.
Okay.
But I've done one that's the longest I've been on the ship is 21 days.
Nice.
Loved it.
Wow.
Loved it. Loved it. Now my
Now,
wife's not too keen about being at sea for 8-9 days, right?
right.
But for me, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. So
So
yeah.
on those ships, are there do certain cruise lines have better places to set and smoke, like better what am I trying to say?
Lounges.
Better lounges.
Lounges?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Some
absolutely.
bigger than
No
others
question.
and
Oh yeah, it's just like if you pick some lounges out in your town. There's gonna be some that are small, just their humidor is not well stocked, right? Then you're gonna go in
right.
some, it's like, whoa, what the heck is this? You get 100 people in here. They got a bar and a whole nine. So it's the same with that. I tend to go with the cruise lines that I know have a cigar lounge or the smoking area. They have 6 or 7 smoking. Not just this one place and everybody's piled all on top of each other.
Yeah,
I
no
like for
way.
it to be spread out. I'm working with one cruise line where they're going to shut off the entire back end of the ship so we can have our group out there.
Wow.
Now is there any ports that cigar enthusiasts find better than others?
Yes, I've put together. I told you I did my research, right? Because
Yeah.
anytime you do something and you want to get good at it, you're going to have to put in 10,000 hours. I probably got 20,000 now. But I have a database that I put together. Every port, every cigar factory, every cigar lounge. I know which ones to go to. I'm working with those different folks so I can get their experience, transportation out there, the whole nine. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there's ports, if you go to the DR, the DR is obviously gonna have some nice cigars.
Right.
Then I found that they got cigars, Jamaica, Puerto Rican cigar, a lot of different cigars out there. And you guys know you smoke some of the boutique cigars. A lot of them come from some of these different places. You can go in one of those places, a factory, and pick up some sticks, $3 a stick, $2 a stick. It may not be anything different than you getting out here. Somebody in a boutique is selling it for 15. Same damn
Right.
cigar, right? But and that's another thing too. I want to put this out there. You do not have to pay a lot of money to get a good cigar. Dollars do not equate to a good cigar. You
Absolutely.
Right.
I've had some
That's
cigars
right.
spend 100, 150 on, and they were like, come on, man. You can't believe this. I can't believe it. I had some sticks I paid $3 for. Man, it'll knock your head off. It'll have you sitting back, want to go to sleep. I
Yeah.
got to go sleep after this one. So it's about the palate, man. It's about, if somebody tells you this cigar is no good, try it. It may not be good for them. I don't really
Right.
like a spicy cigar, right? A lot of spice in it. And of course, you got your first third, second third, but a lot of people don't smoke the third. They don't like it. You'll see a lot of people put out cigar. Man, you're wasting the cigar. I don't like that part of the cigar. Oh, that's your money. Okay,
Yeah, right.
right? That's your money. Okay,
I'm gonna smoke
but
it till my fingers are burning.
Oh yeah.
look, I got my little poker, and I go all the way down to, man. But again, it's about, like you saying there's just different areas you go to. I try to go to a place where I know there's a port where there's some nice factories there or a nice lounge there, right?
Right.
So I want to make sure that I pick places like that. And like I said, I've done the research and I know what's out there. And I call them up, hey, such and such, this, hey, can you send me some pictures of your place? I want to check it out. I don't want you to go there. You with me, right? It's on my name. And we go there,
Right.
it's like, this place is a dump. Because the first thing you're going to do is jump on there. He sent me to a dump. We went in there.
Uh,
They didn't have any chairs, no lighters, no ashtrays. What was this? I want to make sure, again, it's what I want to do if I'm going on this cruise. I'm not going to see you anything that I wouldn't want to go to.
okay.
Never do that.
Now, do you have you've been on a lot of these cruises, is there a certain cigar that's became like a tradition for you to have while you're on the ship?
Man, that's a good question. Yeah, I've changed that though, right? When I was first out there, I was trying to, get the Padron or the this or the Jaime Garcia, all man. Okay, yeah, I can get me a $3 stick and have just as much fun, man, because I'm about the
100%.
conversation and that, man. So now I just load up. I go on a cruise now. I take 100 cigars with me
Nice.
because again, I'm gonna give some away, right?
Right.
I don't have a problem with that, man. Yeah, hey, you sitting there smoking something, or I see a person about to go in a humidor and spend $100. Hey, man, look here. Let me save you some money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me save you some money. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, Art, it's awesome you're on here. Before I pass you over to PC, aka Where's Waldo, I'm gonna
Oh,
run one of our sponsor spots real quick, and
I understand that.
yes, sir. And here we go.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Cigar Vault Oakdale, one of the premier boutique cigar lounges serving the Pittsburgh area. Located in Oakdale, Pennsylvania, the Cigar Vault isn't just a shop, it's a destination. Whether you're a seasoned smoker or just getting into the culture, they've built a space where cigars, conversation, and community come together. Inside, you'll find a carefully curated humidor packed with premium and boutique brands, plus a laid-back lounge atmosphere that makes you want to stay, light up, and connect. Open 7 days a week, they've become a go-to spot for locals and travelers alike looking for a top-tier cigar experience. So if you're anywhere near Oakdale, or just want to support a shop that truly gets cigar culture, check out the Cigar Vault Oakdale. Light one up and tell them Leaf and Ash sent you.
Yo,
Tell them
PC,
Leaf and Ash sent you.
the floor is yours, Bubba.
Well,
All right, I can't hear.
you can't hear us again. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Nope. No, still no. What the heck? What the heck? What the
There
heck?
we go. There we go.
There
All
we
right.
All
go.
right. Got a little delay.
Can you hear me
delayed
now?
effect.
Can you hear me now?
Oh man.
All right.
PC's on you, big dog.
Well, Art, man, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. And I just don't know where to start because, well, I'll start here. Just the other day, the wife, she was like, you know what? I want to go on another cruise. I was like, find us a cruise.
Right there.
And I'm like, with me being on the road most of the time, she, kind of managed me a little bit. And I don't have a problem with it. But now I get a chance to manage her because we met you.
Well,
So,
I'm glad I could help you out.
and my wife is a big smoker too. And some of the things that you mentioned, smoking in the morning, midday, and in the afternoons, she liked, that type of environment. And
Oh, yeah.
what? How many lady smokers do you actually have on the cruise that comes out and they really enjoy themselves? And what are some of the things they like to do when they get there?
So we had 7 ladies that came with us, and 3 more joined
Okay.
because
Nice.
we had right. So, when you're on there, and when I'm on a cruise, I tend to smoke 4 sticks a day,
Right.
right? Because I'm gonna do the morning, I'm gonna do the afternoon, I'm gonna do the evening, and somewhere in there, I'm gonna get another one in, right? Somewhere in there, I'm gonna get another one in. But my wife, she smokes cigars as well, but she doesn't want to be in there all day. Right? She
Right.
doesn't want to be in there all day. So she wants to do other things. But now that frees me up to go in the lounge
Right.
and
Uh-huh.
see what some of the other spouses in there. I'm good to go all day. But we have an understanding, right? So I spend most of my time right here in this chair right here. And I come out here and I got 2 hours to sit here and just chill out, right? Now my wife would join me sometime. My neighbor Al, I would have had him on here with me, but he's smoking cigars in the doggone Bahamas now, the resort, doggone it. Now,
Oh, so sorry for him. Damn.
yeah. Matter of fact, he sent me a picture, and I was like, damn, right? I should have been with it, right? But and he's one of the people who really helped me with this because you got to have somebody to bounce those ideas off, and somebody tell you, hey man, you may not want to do that. That might be a little too much, or you may want to rethink that. And so I had somebody to bounce those off of, and I also had Ken, who runs Ashenell up in the Palm Coast. Knowledge to, man, I'm telling you, the guy, he taught some of our courses, and he was the person I wanted to do it as, okay, here's your book. We're going to go for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we're going to stop it. He said, no, let's just open up, make it informal. People just ask questions.
Right.
It worked out beautiful because you have people who, so when you say a V cut, what does that mean? What does it mean to do a V cut? What is a straight cut? What's a punch? I learned from him, when you got a torpedo, there's another way to punch. You can punch a torpedo, and it smokes a whole lot better. Let me tell you. Yes. You, man, until you do this, you haven't really smoked a torpedo. You got to punch that in the side, man, and I'm telling you, it's wonderful, man. It's wonderful. But, and again, on those, I've learned. But yeah, it's other things for, the spouses to do. And like I said, my wife is going to keep everybody busy who ain't smoking cigar. Going out to the pool, going to the spa, doing this type of thing. There's a lot of stuff to do on a cruise ship.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff to do. And sometimes it's too much. You can't even do it all. You can't even visit all the different things. You have to pick and choose what you're going to go to.
Right. And for certain members of the Leaf and Ash podcast, you can also get your feet done and everything else, right?
Yes, you can. Oh, man, look, that was a secret, man. The first time I went, man, I was like, oh, this is what they've been hiding from us. Yes. What?
I've got them.
Like,
I can't say it
wait a
now.
minute, man. This right here. Oh, yeah.
But Art, I'm really huge on making sure that you conduct yourself properly, and some of the knowledge that you tell me about, your etiquette classes if you have them, and and how the classes go, what time of day you all have those etiquette classes, because most people want to be involved in everything on the ship, but at the same time they want to also learn, how, like you said before, if you cut a V, how do you cut it without unraveling?
Yes, absolutely. So we had our classes on the sea days. So we didn't interfere with you going on an excursion and whatnot. We did most of our stuff like that. We did on the sea days. So you're on the ship all day. You're out there floating around. And we did them around 10 o'clock. And we brought everybody into the room. We talked about how to set up your humidor. The bags, how to take care of it. If you got a bag, a lot of people put the bag in. Well, throw one of the little bags in there to keep the thing, set up right. A lot of people walk around with those kits, where you got 5 cigars in there, a lighter, maybe a cutter, whatnot. Hey, you got to put something in that thing from time to time, right? Or your cigars are going to dry out on you. Right? There you go, right? So you got to do those types of things. But we covered 10 topics, 5 each day.
Right.
5 each day. And like I said, we talked about everything. The etiquette was one of the ones that surprised me that went over really well.
Right.
Because you'd be amazed how many people have been in a lounge and really don't know what to do when they're in there.
Yeah.
Right. They just go in there and they just, okay, well, what was that?
Right.
So when you go in a lounge, so what do you do when you go in a lounge? So you talk to people about, so here's some of the things you can do in a lounge. If you're out on the cruise and you're smoking outside, there's some things you want to do out there. Conduct yourself as if your mama was standing there looking at you.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. Right. So and you don't want to be in a situation where you're being rude, loud. There's lounges for that. If you want to go, it's a sports lounge. Everybody's gonna be loud. There's lounges where you go in, there's just some music playing. There's lounges where ain't nothing playing and everybody's quiet. Me and my neighbor, we sit out here and our wives come out here and say, so what do y'all do all day? Nothing. So what do y'all talk about? Nothing. They sit out
everything and nothing
day.
all at the same time.
Yeah, we solve all the world's problems right out here, man.
Yeah,
and see, Art, you and I are on the same page, because I tell these guys all the time, I sit out on my front porch and solve world peace every week.
Yeah, and the thing I always say is, I don't know why they don't see it. I see it. Why can't they see it? Here's what we need to do. Let's just do this. But I would guarantee you, man, if you could put cigars in some of these people's hands and have them sit in the lounge, the world would be a better place.
Yes,
Not a
sir.
doubt in my mind. It'd be a
I
better
second
place.
that. I second that. And I look at it like this: the one pet peeve that we all have, and you get those people that buy their cigars, and they do it unconsciously. I know it's
Yeah.
unconsciously. They put the cigar in the mouth before they light it, but then they haven't cut the back of
Yeah.
it, and
Oh
then
yeah.
they want to use your cutter.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, no,
Oh,
wait a
no,
minute.
yeah.
No.
Or to sit there and thin it out a little bit so you can get a bigger draw. Oh no. And that was another thing we tell people, when you're in a cigar lounge in a humidor, don't
Yes,
pick the cigar up by the head. Don't
right.
do that. Because now you want somebody to smoke where your fingers are bent. And I don't know where your fingers are
Exactly.
bent. So
Exactly.
don't sit there and massage the cigar and all that crap.
Right.
It's no need for that. But it's like you're saying, it's certain things you don't, but people don't know that, right? They just think,
Right.
oh, no. And if somebody tells them, then they won't do it again. But
Right.
they don't know, right?
Right.
It's got
Right.
my neighbor's brother-in-law. One thing he always says, "Can I tell you the truth and still be your friend?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Along those lines,
That
too,
goes
we
a
had a
long way.
question. We had a question from the audience, and Jim's one of my oldest and my best friend. What's good etiquette when finishing with a cigar? And I know you
Lay
going to
it
start.
there and just let it go out.
You
Don't
you
punch it down.
you,
Just lay
you go
it
in a cigar
down and
lounge
just
and you
let
tamp
it
out a
go out.
cigar, you're gonna get some looks.
No,
You're
Yeah.
gonna get
You're
some
gonna
looks.
you're
yeah.
gonna get the
And we talked
proverbial
about that
scratch of
too.
the record.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah,
talked about that. Just lay it down and just let it go out.
let
Let
it
it
go out.
die with dignity.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. That type of stuff. If your cigar starts to unravel on you, there's certain things you can do, right? But also at the same time, if you get a cigar and it's just no good to you, stop smoking. Just let it go.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
let the thing go. Don't sit there and suffer. It's coming apart on you trying to do this. Now you're down to the bottom. Just let it go. Get enough. Because that happens. I mean, you can have some of the best of cigars. I've had some of the name brands, and the thing just comes apart. But that also matters about the environment you're in. If you're up north, you take some cigars out, and in the humidity, the thing's gonna blow up on you. And we said that too. It's gonna blow up on you. And one of the ladies said, "Wait a minute, what do you mean blow up?" It's like, no, it's gonna come apart. It's gonna unravel.
Right. It's gonna expand.
Because if you say blow up, they're thinking, "Whoo, all right, no."
Right.
But those types of things. So it's people in there, man, that just don't know. They're
I,
just trying it for the first. You can tell when somebody's sitting there lighting their cigar. Just got the flame all up on top of the thing. It's burning up the side of like a space shuttle or something coming down with the heat shield. It's like, oh. And people don't mind if you go over and say, hey, you mind if I make a suggestion for you?
Yeah.
Right.
They don't, oh, thank you. I didn't know that. Or you see them cutting it and they're all up here trying to cut the, say, wait, hold on. Just, and you help them out. You just want to, and of course you're going to do it in a tactful way. Hey, you
Right.
ignorant. Hey, you mind if I make a suggestion for you? Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
well,
And,
I used to follow a lady on TikTok, and we all followed her. Her name was Cheryl. I don't even know if she still does TikToks, but her tagline was, "Life is too short to smoke a bad cigar."
Oh,
Like,
God, man, I'm telling you, don't do it. I
yeah,
would tell any of your listeners out there, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's just not worth it.
right.
It is not. No. It'll frustrate the heck out of you. And if you get a person, if you're with somebody that's never smoked cigar, there's a couple of questions you can ask them to try and get them to something mild. Don't start them out on a Partagas in the black tube. They're gonna kill them.
Yeah. Right.
They're gonna be over there choking, trying to figure out what's wrong with their head, laying back. You don't want to start somebody out with something like that.
Right. And even down to learning how to speak to the tobacconist if
Yeah.
inquiring about a cigar.
Yep.
Take your time and talk to them. I never smoked before. Don't be embarrassed. I mean, because
Oh
we all
no,
had to
no,
start
absolutely not.
somewhere.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
and I find it that a lot of people are intrigued, and when people find out what you do, and how intrigued are they, and how can you and how do you walk them into the cigar community, and have they stayed there? Everybody fluctuate, but have they
Oh yeah,
been there
yeah.
for a while?
Most of the people who I've dealt with stay with it. I've never met a person that started with it and said, okay, that's because what happens is I explain to a person, this is a way to get you to relax.
Mhm.
You can relax. You got people that's tense all the time. Hey, smoke a cigar. You'd be amazed at how relaxed you'll be. Because one, you got 2 to 3 hours that you're going to dedicate to this thing. So you got to put some time into it, right? Enjoy it. Get to enjoy. If it's something, certain flavors you like, it's a certain drink you have. Because I've had cigars, and that may not go good with Crown Royal.
Right.
It may be horrible. You can have some cigar. The cigar may start, this doesn't taste right, and hit some Crown with it. Oh, this is the best cigar I ever smoked in my life.
We all have a good friend that really likes Dr. Pepper with cigars.
Oh wow,
King Pepper.
Oh
hey,
man,
well
dude.
cocoa, but see, cocoa and coffee, tea go really good with cigars. But it's a certain type of cigar that you want to pair with that, right?
Right.
So it's but again, it's about a person's taste, their palate. I would never tell a person, if they're spending money on cigars, I'm not gonna take you out here and buy $30 sticks, nothing like that. No, just no. Because you're about to light up $30.
Right.
You're gonna burn up $30, right? So
Right.
you got to think about that, and not everybody can afford it, and not everybody should try to afford it. This
Right.
this can get expensive. No, not even a
Yes.
question about it.
Yeah. And
It
and
can get
and
expensive.
and I'm not gonna hold you, and you're right. It can get expensive. I've chosen several expensive hobbies, but
Oh
this
yeah,
is a life. This is a lifestyle, and
right.
I
I have a
also want.
budget for it. I got a budget so much a month for my cigars, man. There ain't no question about it. I'm spending that much.
Yeah, a lot of times my right hand is my budget to my left hand, swiping
Oh
that
yeah.
card. But
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pass it back up to Panda man and
All right.
Art. We need to talk, man. Really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to go back to the actual the ports because where's your home base at?
So I'm in Melbourne, Florida. I'm near Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, Tampa, Miami. Those are the ports that I tend to go out of.
Okay,
But
I'm,
I've been
I'm
out of LA, New York, Galveston, so
okay. Nice. Yeah,
Marshall, all that
I'm
stuff.
in West Palm, but the funny part,
Okay.
the owners of his and hers, they're in Cocoa, so they're not that far from Melbourne, and
Right.
so but in regards to your excursions, because I want to go back to the excursions.
Okay.
If we get a group and we want you to set up an excursion cigar related, what would that package entail?
So I'm gonna make sure I take you to a port that has a cigar lounge or a cigar factory. So it could be to the Bahamas. There's a nice factory out there. The DR has several. Now, the thing that I keep in mind, right? So if you're going on an excursion in the DR and you want to go out to one of the factories, right? The farms, that's an
Yeah.
hour and a half ride there and an hour and a half ride back. So you spent 3 hours on the road for a 45-minute trip. Not too many people want to do that. So I find a place that's local that has the same type of environment. They're going to roll cigars. They're going to take you through their process. You're going to sit and go through their humidor. We went to one, and they actually took us in there and gave everybody a cigar there. And then we rolled the cigar, and they let us keep the cigar that we rolled. So I'm going to make sure that you get that experience wherever you go.
Okay.
I'm going to take you to a port that does that. If you tell me if you're going on a Puffett Sea related cruise, that's where you're going. Now you may pick another cruise that hey, I want to go here and I don't, go whatever. If there's a cigar related area around or port at that port, I'll set you up for that as well. But that's when you pick your group and you go on it, and it's just four of us together. We just want to go hang out. So I would do something like that. But that's one that you would ask me for a quote for it. But the ones that we already have scheduled, they all have a cigar. Some of them even have two, where we're going to stop at a lounge or something and visit for that trip.
Nice. So for those who want to get a hold of you and maybe I'll put you on the big screen here, big man.
Right.
What social media pages that can they look for you, reach you, contact you, or look into your page? Where
So
you
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Puff ampersand SEA, TikTok, X. You can email me, arbrooks@puffetc.com. You can go to the website, puffetc.com. And so those are the areas you can reach me at.
Nice.
And I have some videos out there too, because I try to put them out there for each cruise, and it has the contact information there. So, and that community has grown quite a bit. You know, it's been amazing. And again, I post to different groups every week. I have several groups that I post to, every cigar groups, and so it's been one of the things that I found interesting. You know, I went to a cigar lounge, and I'm sitting there, and you know, I had at that time I had some flyers, some cards I had made for Puffet C, and I handed somebody once. Man, I heard about Puffet C. I was wondering how you get on. I said, wow, okay, all right, it's getting out there, right? But it's word of mouth. It's doing podcasts, you know, reaching different people there, and people word of mouth hearing about it. I've had people who wanted this last one. People have contacted me to go on it. They've talked to some of the people at their lounges. They want to come in and see if they can sponsor. I send them the sponsorship kit, those types of things. Because I can't take, it's not wise to take every cigar vendor on every Puffet C cruise, because they got to get something out of it too. If I got 10 cigar vendors there, well, how am I going to sell me my cigar? I ain't going on there to just sell 10 cigars, right? So, and those are the types of things I have to keep in mind as I'm putting together as well.
Nice. Right. Oh, man, let me tell you, I will put just a recommendation. I don't know if your shirt has them or not, but have you considered putting a QR code on your shirt?
So I'm putting the QR codes on everything now. So yeah, but I take that because these were the first group that we made, right? So now everything I have, it has a QR code for the website and the Puffet C group. And every card, it's on my business cards, all that stuff is on there. Because one of the things you run into, right, it says, well, you got a card, and you hand somebody a card. Most of the time, they're going to take that thing and put it somewhere and forget about it. That's why I get them to sign up right then. Hey, just take this, scan this code, boom, you signed up. You're good to go. So you can find out more information about it. Yeah. But I have a goal, and this may sound crazy to some people, but in 3 years, I'm going to charter a full ship for Puffet C. In 3 years. That's my goal.
That'd be
if it happens before that, that's even wonderful. But I have a goal 3 years to charter a ship for Puffet C.
It can happen.
Yep, absolutely.
It can happen easily.
Oh, man. Well, guys, you heard it here. But I kind of want to give you an update on this exclusive and talk about the TPA while we have a moment, guys. As you guys know, that the TPA, the Tobacco Products Association, is having and hosting a smoke fest in Pensacola, Florida, from October 1st. There it is. There's the one part right there, from October 1st to the 3rd. On that Thursday to Saturday. Thursday is a meet and greet with all the boutique. There's all going to be boutique vendors there. There's going to be cigars and accessories. And on Thursday, we're going to be meeting up at a brewery where you get to do the meet and greet and meet all the vendors. Kind of just, I didn't see it yet. I'll go back to that. Friday, the VIP package, you're going to have the hour early. As always, you're going to have your rolling class experience with Ish Olivan from Banff Cigars. Then on Saturday, you're going to have the same entry, and then we'll do the pairing. And, of course, all the swag and all the games and stuff like that. Like I said, so make sure you save that date. It's going to be in Pensacola, Florida, October 1st through the 3rd. And you can go and look it up at tpa.rocks/events, so you can go and check it out for yourself. So,
and Art, I'm going to say, if you're not if you have any interest, man, you should join the TPA. It's a
oh yeah, I was just
captive audience.
Yeah. So the other thing too, if you have some folks out there, boutique cigar vendors, manufacturers, right? Have them contact me if they want to try and get their sticks in some of the Puffet C people's hands, right? As well, because what I'll do is I'll work with them and we'll come up with some type of package, collaboration, sponsorship, or something, so they can get out there. Because it's hard for the boutique folks. It's hard, right? It's a big group out there, and they want to get this stuff in people's hands. And so they can contact me, same information I gave you before, and I will definitely work with them to get them out there. Absolutely. And also accessories too. If they have lighters, cutters,
Yeah, we got
humidors,
some
whatever it
people.
is.
We there are people that could definitely meet up with you. What I'm gonna do is, Art, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna invite you to one of the TPA meetings. We meet up every Wednesday at
Okay.
8 o'clock, so you can see
Okay.
what we're all about. Basically,
All
it's
right.
all about it's consumers, brand owners, lounge owners, mobile lounge, and manufacturers. We have a couple of you that own their own factory in DR, as well as one of our guys, a good friend of ours, the one that makes our cigar. He has a factory in DR and in Africa. So we get all sorts of crazy tobacco from Transylvania, Madagascar,
Oh
Ireland,
man.
Scotland, all good. So I'll
Okay.
Good
definitely
Yeah.
cigars.
send you that link,
Great cigars.
so you could definitely check us out and see if it's something that you guys might want to partake in. And it's a two-way street, and there's a lot to offer even on your
Right.
side of the business,
Right.
as far as the advertisement. So, guys, where we at now, JJ, with the hashtags?
We're at 30.
Oh, okay.
Got to
Yeah,
30. Nice.
done pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. All right, well, we all know how this goes. It's not the first, not the second, but the third. Who is the winner? You got that wheel ready?
Yep, I gotta share screen.
Rolling,
And we also have to add, if you won within the last month, give somebody else a chance to win, and we'll put your name back in the rotation next month.
Next month is only a week away, so
There it is. Next week.
Oh man, like that.
okay. Who is the first non-winner? Gabe, you not the winner. Roll it again. Second non-winner is boo. Cigar John. Sorry, buddy. All right, guys. This is the winner for the Bonded by the Leaves Smokers Inferno. Let's go. Who is it? Be Tom.
What up, Tom?
Tom, you still here, buddy?
Is Tom still here?
He just posted hashtag. Tom, you here? Tommy boy, come on, Tommy boy. You got to be present to win. You know that.
Don't make me put that clock on.
I'm telling you, come on. You know there's a delay too, so I'm doing a little countdown.
Hey, you can give me
Yeah.
Tom is
a
here.
chance.
There he is. Tom's
He's
here.
I'll swing through Ohio and drop them off to him.
There you go.
Tom, I got your info, man. I'll get it out to you this week.
Nice. Guys, as always, we appreciate you guys' support. Art, we appreciate you coming on board. Listen, man, our platform is here for you to use. Anytime you have any updates, whatever, you can hit me up, hit any of us up, and we'll be more than happy to get you back on. When's the next cruise? Coming November, you said?
I have one in September. That's
September.
Margaritaville. And
Okay.
November the 15th, and that's leaving out of Miami, and that's on Norwegian Aqua.
Okay. So there you go. So if there's any of those that you want to come on and promote, by all means, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to get you back on, man. We greatly appreciate you taking the time, man. And as always, guys, we appreciate the love, the support. If you like what you see, support, hit that subscribe button and share. So we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers soon. Everybody wants to see me in that damn tutu. I know that. It's just crazy.
Uh-oh.
Hold him accountable.
Art, it's crazy, Art. It's crazy.
No.
Crazy fancy, Art.
Hold
Hey,
him
I want to tell you
accountable.
guys though first, I appreciate you guys having me on, letting me talk about a passion of mine and putting it out there. It's definitely an experience for me. And like I said, man, I'm gonna make sure if you come on one of those Puff and Sea cruises, you have a good time.
Well, and for us as well, we come on here, we talk about cigars, we talk about the lifestyle, but this is kind of a new thing for us too. When we heard when Panda first brought it to us, when you guys contacted it, it was like, yeah, this is something that we need to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. So
JJ, but before we end, do we want to play a little game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hold on, but tell Art what it is.
All right, so I came up with the crazy game called One's Gotta Go, and typically I try to make it as hard as possible. I at one point or another on here, I've made sure I've picked all three of these guys' favorite cigars, and they had to pick which one had to leave forever. So,
Okay.
yeah. So tonight's going to be a little dicey. I think I already know what one person's going to say, but I'll play the intro real quick and we'll get into her.
One, it's gotta go brought to you by Tuba!
All right.
A second. Can you hear us, Art? So, Art, it takes him a minute to catch up on the once we play.
Nope.
Once we play a video, it takes him a minute to catch up. So,
Okay.
can you, let us know when you can hear us.
Nope. Still no. What the hell? 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 Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. How about now? Nope. Still no. Come on now.
I got you.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
And on this week's game of One's Gotta Go, it's going to be the Fat Bottom Betty, the Crazy Alice, the Tabac in any form of the Tabac, and the Dominicana. And I'm gonna start with you, Panda, because I already see your face.
As you guys know, infused cigars is not my go-to. So the Tabac is somewhat tolerable because I can have it with my cup of coffee. It has that coffee infused, you know what I mean? But I can't smoke it all the way. I get maybe past the first third, maybe half of the second third. The Dominicana, that's not a bad smoke, especially in the morning with the coffee. What was it? I know it was the Fat Bottom Betty. What was the other one?
The Crazy Alice.
The Crazy Alice. Mine's got to be the Fat Bottom Betty. I know it's a big favorite, big favorite. I know that. And these guys, all right, let me tell you something. So they challenged me to smoke it, to try it. And listen, I did it all. I even surprised them. I got something. I for my palate, I couldn't even get past the first third. For me, it just, and I know it's a very, very popular cigar in both men and women. You know what I mean? But that's my vote. Yeah, but definitely the Fat Bottom Betty's got to go.
What says you, PC?
Tabac. Tabac. I don't even have to go down the rotation to Tabac. It's got to go.
Okay. What says you, Don?
So for me, this is a hard one. I enjoy the Deadwood series every now and again. Mm-hmm. I like the Fat Bottom Betty and the Crazy Alice. I was kind of scorned on the Freestyle Live pack because I thought it was going to be a regular cigar and it was the Dominicana. So I was kind of scorned on that one. But for me, it's the Tabac too. I did not enjoy the Tabac.
Okay. What says you, Art?
Boy, my wife's gonna hate me for this, but that Fat Bottom Betty has got to go. That's one of her favorites.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm with Don. I too like to indulge in a Fat Bottom Betty or Crazy Alice or whatever the line is from time to time. Yeah. And I like I'll smoke a Tabac from time to time. The Dominicana has to go for me.
Oh, not one of my favorites too. So, who's the? I'm assuming this has got to be Carmen. Is this Carmen or Lewis? I don't know which one. All of them, but the Tabac. You can only pick one. This was said. This basic everything but the Dominicana. Okay.
Well, and I'll just give you my take on the Tabac really quick. When you light that thing up, it's you get a lot of that infused flavor, and it's kind of overpowering for me. So that's why I say Tabac.
Oh, and this game was made to kind of divide the house and have a little bit of fun, and it's definitely divided the house, and we've definitely had fun. I mean,
that Fat Bottom Betty, and like I said, I know a lot of people that really enjoy, like I said, men and women. I just can't. I'm just not much into infused cigars. To me, anytime I've tried, I'm a true believer that you can't say you don't like something unless you try it. And that to me is in everything, in food, experience, in life in general. So yeah, to me, the Fat Bottom Body, it ruined my palate for a minute. I couldn't get that taste out of my, the juice on my lips, and yeah, that's exactly how I look.
Thank you, JJ. I gave you guys when I talked about my sponsor now. You
Yeah,
definitely should try
absolutely.
this Black Wolf cigars. You can find him on Instagram, Blackfoot Cigar. He's on here tonight, so you definitely want to try this cigar.
Absolutely.
He's really, he's blowing up. He's blowing up quick. And you definitely, if you guys get a chance, reach out to him, and something you guys may smoke on one of your shows, and you'll see what I'm talking about, man. This is a really good cigar.
What's the name of the cigar company? I'm sorry.
It's Black Wolf Cigars. That's his handle on Instagram.
Black
And
Wolf
how
Cigars.
many- yeah, and that's the cigar he's smoking right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I tell you what, Art, make sure you reach out to him and give him my information, and maybe we could get him on the show.
Yeah,
Oh, he
for
would
sure.
love that,
And
man.
tell us where we can get them, where we can get his cigars from.
Oh, I like that,
Okay.
baby.
That band's pretty.
Yes,
Like
it
that
is.
band.
Very nice man.
Yeah, check him out on Instagram, and he's on here. So, Wolf, hey man, reach out to him.
The man gave you the
And
platform.
put him
Wolf.
on the
Where
show.
you at,
Put him on the
Wolf?
show.
So Panda, Sloan said you're on a slippery slope with that Fat Bottom Betty. So just
Ooh.
be careful.
Yeah, if my wife was out here, we'd both be in trouble, man. I'd be getting me a pillow and sleeping out here tonight.
I'm sorry, baby girl. I am so sorry. I get it. And like I said, we have a friend that does a lot of accessories, and he uses the band. And the
Yeah.
number one thing that he sells out on are those Fat Bottom Betty bands.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's- Listen, the marketing on it is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? They really have cornered the marketing, especially in the infused sector of the
Especially when it comes to 6'6", 310-pound tattooed up bikers.
bikers. That's a fact. Dude, that's a fact. That's a fact. You see these big burly guys walking into a humidor, rolling 10 deep, and they're coming out with Fat Bottom Betty.
Yeah.
That's why you just want to slap the hand. Or you want to say, here, smoke this, get that thing, put that thing.
Oh man! But once again, we appreciate you taking
All
the
right,
time.
guys, I
Make sure
appreciate
you have your boy reach out to me, and we'll set
I
up
will.
a time and get him on. Because we're all about repping and promoting boutique, man. We're all about it, man. So we'll definitely, guys. As always, we appreciate you guys taking the time. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Catch you on the next one. Peace.